doing this once and that is it. So you are going to help us craft this course so that it's the absolute best it could possibly be. And with that, you will receive 50% off the overall course price. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that do not know, my name is Serena. I am one half of Life After Union, a twin flame pair in union. I was the runner, so if you're looking for any more runner perspective videos, you can check the links up here. You can hear more about my story. But today especially, we are talking about the 7 stages of your twin flame relationship. I did do a video similarly to this a year or 2 years ago even, and you can watch it right here if you'd like. But in that video, I did 5 stages. Now I've expanded this into 7 stages. So I'm going to share with you in this video 7 stages of your twin flame relationship so that you can identify and understand what stage you might be in, what's coming up, what's going on for you, and how to create clarity and direction on that journey. So first stage first. This is the pre-meeting stage. Not a lot of people talk about this stage. I might be the only one, I'm not sure. But the pre-meeting stage to me is very, very important. So the reason why the pre-meeting stage is so important is because this is where spirit is like gearing you up to meeting this person. So you might have already started some sort of dark night of the soul or some sort of shift in your life. For me, it was, I had dreams of my twin. I had these really intense feelings of like unconditional love, like that I would feel towards another person. I just didn't have that in my physical reality yet. And the previous video that I recorded on this, I talk a little bit about my karmic and confusing my karmic with my twin flame and all of that kind of stuff. So in your pre-meeting stage, you're going to have things like an increased awareness of like your self-love and needing to start doing some work on yourself. You're going to also in the pre-meeting stage start to feel like maybe a magnetic pull. You're going to feel more guided. You're going to see lots of signs and synchronicities. And if you're a spiritual person in general, signs and synchronicities are not unique to twin flames. Now, there are certain signs and synchronicities that might be unique to your specific scenario or to your twin flame, but if you're generally a more spirit or soul-led person, signs and synchronicities are going to be normal in your everyday life. So I started having signs and synchronicities, I would say probably 2 to 3 years before I even met my twin flame. So some of these signs and synchronicities may speed up or may get more intense before meeting your twin flame, and that is also very common. Also having dreams of your twin flame or dreams of this intense feeling of love and connection and support and compassion. It might not be you're specifically dreaming of a person, and the dreams of your twin flame might not even look like your twin flame in real life. So if you're dreaming of this person, but maybe you're communicating with somebody and they don't look like the person you've been dreaming of, don't pay super close attention to that. Pay more attention to the way that it feels within you. If it feels really intense, like a significant feeling of love, that may be more what you're looking for here. So in the pre-meeting stage, you're going to be building yourself up. You're going to be feeling really connected to spirit. You're going to be more guided. And you also might have a lot of anxieties and fears coming up. You might be doing a lot of new things. You might be in new places. Like I said, you might already be in the dark night of the soul. And so if you're feeling down, you can be feeling down and still be connected to spirit. So those two things are not mutually exclusive, right? You have to really tap into yourself and know what's going on for you. Now, also in the pre-meeting stage is going to be the desire for this type of a relationship. So I remember when I was actually with my karmic, I wrote a list of like all the qualities my perfect partner would have, and that really ignited in me the desire for my like perfect other person, or for this person that truly understands me, truly gets me on an energetic and emotional level, loves and supports me unconditionally. And I wrote all of these things down, which hint is an incredibly strong thing to do if you're trying to manifest your perfect person. So just a side note there. But this is going to be the desire of the relationship is being born. You're going to understand, I want to do spiritual work with somebody else. I want to use a relationship as a mirror and a catalyst for my own spiritual evolution. Now, if you don't have a desire for that, it's likely that you're not going to be on a twin flame journey. Now, the second stage is meeting. When you meet your twin, there's going to be all kinds of like little flags. Let's call them green flags because they're not necessarily red flags. So there's going to be lots of little green flags that happen, right? You may feel instantly magnetically pulled to this person. You may feel like you're in a dream state or like life is moving really slowly. You may feel like you are just going to jump out of your skin with joy, love, excitement, all of these things. You might feel like this person just knows you, or like you just really want to get to know them, or that you already do know them, right? You might feel that once you meet them, you just have this pull back to them, and your mind keeps going back to them, and your body keeps going back to them, and it's just like this magnetism. So meeting your twin, and this can be in a multiple myriad of ways, right? So this can be meeting your twin in the physical, or this can be meeting your twin online. Right? So in the pre-meeting stage, you may meet your twin in the astral. You may have dreams of them. You may meet up with them and do some pre-twin work, right? But this meeting stage is really about in physical reality. So, and it may be in physical reality in terms of if you physically meet them, or it may be an online situation. There are lots of twins because of the day and age that we're in that are meeting online. And sometimes it's because they live on other sides of the world. They're not able to physically travel. And that's one of the things that they signed up for in this lifetime to transcend, is like their physical distance. That was the same thing with me and my twin. Although we met in physical reality, we still had a physical distance to transcend. So this is different for everybody based on you and what you decided you want to experience for your lifetime. So meeting in the physical or online, you're going to feel an intense connection. You're going to have some really strong similarities, whether it's you were raised similarly or you had like weird uncanny things that you connected over, you know, like for example, me and my twin have tattoos with our siblings, like a sibling tattoo across our ribs. So that was like a weird synchronicity for us, and they both were like our first tattoos that we ever got. So like strange details that you're like, I could not plan this if I tried, those type of things. After the meeting stage is the third stage that I like to call separation. This is the dreaded separation stage. This is the stage that every twin flame is like, no, please, goodness gracious. And so now I'm saying that this stage is going to become, if it's not already, optional. And this is probably in an unpopular opinion. The reason I say this is because so many people have now created such a vortex with their healing. They've done so much healing before even getting to meeting their twin that their separation stage may be really short. I've met twins where their separation stage was like weeks, to twins where their separation stage was like multiple lifetimes. Okay, so this is a big span. So I know that's not always what people want to hear, is like, is this going to be the lifetime for me? But only if you do the work will you transcend, and you will know for sure. You have to dive in, you have to do the work. And twins that are willing to do the work and dive in will have a shorter separation stage than twins that decide, maybe it's not for me this lifetime, or maybe I'm not courageous enough to go in that direction, or maybe I want to focus somewhere else. Free will choice is an important step on the twin flame dynamic, the twin flame journey. So in the separation stage, you're going to experience things like, if you haven't already gone through the dark night of the soul, this may ignite an incredible, intensely painful spiritual awakening. I remember when I left my twin for the first time, I was crying for days. It was harder than any breakup I'd ever experienced before. And so for me, that was a big sign for like, oh my God, this connection is incredibly unique because of the pain that I felt. And so with great love comes great pain. So if you're experiencing a lot of pain in this part of the journey, I want to say that I'm sorry to hear that, but you are somebody that is going to also experience great love and great awakening, right? There only is awakening through pain. And I'm sorry to say, there is no other way. Awakening comes through pain. Generally speaking, change comes through pain. Pain is a great motivator of our lives to make changes. So in the separation stage, you're going to likely go through intense healing. You're going to maybe have no contact with your twin for a time. Again, no contact is not necessarily a bad thing. It's one of those things that you have to understand where the energy lies. Where are you giving too much? Where are you not receiving enough? Where are you, manipulating energy in a way that's not healthy? And through the separation stage, you will learn this, and you will learn how to better control and harness your own energy. Now, the next stage that we're going to be talking about is the dark night of the soul. So in the dark night of the soul, you're going to, and this is not necessarily a stage that every single twin goes through, and this stage can really look very different for each twin, right? So for me, it was very brief, and I did go through a lot of healing of my previous relationship. So a lot of the things that I dealt with in my previous relationship were now being healed, and that was kind of my dark night of the soul. Where other people may experience it like their entire world is falling apart. Maybe they lose their job, maybe they have to move, maybe they're going through an incredible, like, painful body experience, like maybe you have a sickness or an illness. The dark night of the soul is meant for you to dig deeper into yourself and into your own strength and into your own healing. It's meant as like a purge, and this purge is going to help you get rid of everything that's covering up who you really are. And who you really are is this, bright, ecstatic, loving person, but it can sometimes be clouded by our programming. So the dark night of the soul is going to turn you inward in a lot of times a dark or painful way in order to catalyze your healing. Which brings us to the next level, is healing or spiritual awakening. The next stage is most twins are going to experience either some sort of spontaneous aha moment. For me, my aha moment was that, oh my gosh, I don't have to change myself. I can be loved exactly as I am, exactly as all of my qualities are. So there was an incredible level of self-acceptance and an aha moment that my twin brought on for me. And now keep in mind that the dark night of the soul and the spiritual awakening, those can happen at any points. They don't have to necessarily be in the order that I'm discussing them. They can happen, and a lot of times you'll go in a cycle. You'll come back to one or come back to the other, and they kind of move together in that way. So with the dark night of the soul comes also the incredible healing and the spiritual awakening. This is where you begin to understand your path. You begin to feel more positive about things. You begin to understand your own limitations, and you become more empowered. You become more aware of where you've been holding yourself back, and you start to take action towards your dreams, your goals, and your desires. And this is a really cool stage because all of that pain kind of gives way to this beautiful understanding that it wasn't for nothing. You didn't suffer through the relationships that you suffered through for nothing. You didn't become the person that you became. You didn't have the wounds that you had for nothing. They were all to bring you to this point where you're able to transcend them, and you are going to be able to invite something greater into your life, which is really, really cool. And this will bring us to a really interesting point, which is the neutrality or wholeness point. So after this pain, after this spiritual awakening, you start to become into a place of inner union and inner harmony. You become one with yourself. And this is what the twin flame journey is all about. Many people will have you believe the twin flame journey is all about union with your twin. That is a byproduct of becoming whole within yourself. So this process of spiritually awakening, more unconditional love towards yourself, more self-worth, more confidence, more empowerment, letting go of the things that are no longer serving you, letting go of mistrust, letting go of the need to suffer. This brings you into a state that many will, kind of call nirvana, right? Or enlightenment. And this is not a static state. This is not a state that will stay with you the entire time. I've worked with a lot of clients that were in this state for extended periods of time, maybe a week, 2 weeks, a month. And they were in this very blissful state where they understood everything. They no longer questioned. They no longer doubted. They were able to surrender to spirit and to what their higher self wanted. But this state of being in wholeness and oneness, it doesn't last forever, because we are human and we fluctuate and we change and we have thoughts and we have emotions and we move through different things. So you will experience this understanding and this neutrality, and you won't feel the need to be with your twin in order for them to complete you. You will feel whole and complete on your own. And this will bring great empowerment. So if there were any energy dynamics that were not healthy, if you were putting them on a pedestal or feeling like you were unworthy of the relationship, all of this is gone at that point. You understand that you are your own perfect partner. You are your own perfect everything. And you become one within yourself. And this alone is actually what attracts union. So becoming completely harmonized within yourself, within your own masculine, your own feminine, is what will bring you into union with your twin. Which brings us to the union stage. So the last stage of twin flame union, or twin flame ascension, the last stage of twin flame ascension is going to be union with your twin. So this is where you have worked on everything. You have come to a place of understanding, complete neutrality, and now it is time to reignite that desire, reclaim your path, and to do it this time not out of a need, but out of a want and out of a place of completion. So this is very subtle energy dynamics. So if you understand this, put this in the comments. Instead of coming at your twin from a thing of, I need them to complete me, or I want them so bad, you're actually coming at a place of just pure understanding that this is going to be the person that is best suited for you in this life. It is completely neutral. There is no like energetic, I need, I want, or I love them so much. Like, it's not romantic at all. It's actually quite practical. You just purely understand, like, if I want to go on the path of my greatest evolution, this is the person that is best suited for me in this lifetime. If I'm looking for spiritual ascension, this is going to be the best person. And it's incredibly practical and incredibly neutral. And so when you come to union with your twin, it's from that place. It's from the place of neutrality, from the place of understanding, and from the place of non-attachment. You're just knowing that this is what's best for you. And you could go on living the rest of your life without this person, and it wouldn't hurt you. You wouldn't feel this feeling of lack. You wouldn't feel this feeling of like, oh gosh, I messed up or I screwed up without them. It's like, no, I know I'm whole and complete on my own, but with them is also like my greatest evolution. So you come at it almost like you come full circle, right? You start the desire, and the desire is born within you. Then you go through this entire journey, and then you come back to that same point when you are choosing union. And you, instead of choosing it from a disempowered place, you now choose it from a completely complete and empowered place. And that is so magical. And I wish that for everybody, because I wish you could feel the power that comes from choosing everything in your life from that place, from a place of completeness and wholeness. And this is where you're going to craft the rest of your life. So this leads me to the last and final point of this video, which is after you reach twin flame union, that is not the end of your awakening. As we said before, that is a byproduct of you becoming whole and complete within yourself and you reaching inner union. Now, as we said before, this is a state that fluctuates, right? So you do all this work, you come to this place of beautiful inner union, inner harmony, you're in union with your twin, and guess what happens? You get triggered, and the process starts all over again and over again and over again with different things for the rest of your life. So union with your twin is only one step on the path. It is not the end all be all, right? So that's why for me, the last stage is actually starting the cycle over again. Because at one point or another, it may be in the first day that you're in union, it may be in the first week, maybe in the first year, you are going to be triggered by your twin. You are either going to want to chase them or you are going to want to run again. For me, it was I wanted to run again. I wanted to leave. I felt like it was all too overwhelming. And then guess what? You do the inner work in the same way all again. And this happens repeatedly as you both change, as you both evolve. I've been in union for almost 3 years now. And we're married and have a house and have a baby, and yet we are still working through this process. So this isn't a lifelong thing. This is the evolution of your soul, and this is why you have to keep working towards it and you keep going. You don't stop at union. It's not the end of everything. It's actually the beginning of creating this beautiful life for yourself through positive, pure intention. So let me know what you guys thought. What stage are you in your own evolution? And let me know in the comments below. If you're looking for more one-on-one support, I have an incredible couple of opportunities for you. And I'm going to list those right here. So if you're not interested in the opportunities, you can stop the video now. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. But if you are interested, keep listening. So we are now in open enrollment for my one-on-one mentorship program. If you're looking for more information or want to apply to work with me one-on-one, you can now do so. This is the first time my books have been open since Claire has been born, so we are very excited to announce this. I'm very excited to start working with you guys again, so you can find all the information down below. You can apply to work with me one-on-one, or even just book a twin flame reading if you're looking for a little bit of support. Now, the next thing that we have is our twin flame group coaching container. We are looking for beta testers. So we have an incredible 17-week journey, roughly, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, but an incredible journey to work with other twin flames, plus me, plus James, in a group coaching container. We asked you guys what you wanted, and you told us this is exactly what you wanted. And so we have now created step A through Z, everything that we did to reach union. This is going to be an incredible opportunity to work with other twins. It's an immersive journey. It's going to change your life. So if you're looking to be a beta tester, we are doing this once and that is it. So you are going to help us craft this course so that it's the absolute best it could possibly be. And with that, you will receive 50% off the overall course price. So this will never happen again. If you are interested and you've been wanting to level up your twin flame journey, now is the time to do it. There's no better time than now. If you've resonated with our work with us one-on-one. There's going to be personal sessions as well as group calls. I can't even tell you, there's so much amazingness. I can't even explain it all here. So if you're looking for more information, check the link in the description. You can apply to work with us and we'll set up a call to make sure we're a right fit together. And that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the love and support. We'll see you in the next video. Big love, Serena.